Good morning, flowers. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Today I'm going to kind of do like a day in the life. So today is Tuesday and I should have shown breakfast, which I didn't realize until after. But I made some fried eggs for the boys. Fun fact, I don't like eggs, so a good amount of the time I won't have eggs and I'll just eat something else. If I do, it's heavily doused in ketchup or some sort of sauce where I can't really taste the egg. And it's actually the yolk that I don't like, not necessarily the egg white. Fried egg white, delicious. Yolk, ugh, I'm good, I'll pass. The boys had fried eggs, and then last night I made some scones right here. These are cranberry orange scones, our favorite. So the husband had 2 eggs and a scone and coffee. Elijah had 1 fried egg and half a scone. He's actually finishing my scone because I got like sweetened out. Because I had a scone and a small parfait, and then Elijah ended up finishing my parfait, and now he's finishing my scone. But that was breakfast, and what do we have planned today? So I really need to reseason my cast iron skillets. I'm still learning. I'm not the best, but little by little I'm getting better at using them and like taking care of them and maintaining them. So I'll be doing that, my griddle, and then just my skillet. And I only have 2 cast irons, which they work very well if the seasoning is good, you know. And I was trying to film that actually with my egg. Excuse me, I got an eye boogie. I was trying to film that, but my egg got stuck and I was getting frustrated, and it was just, I know that I would have to do it, and it's time, so I'm officially going to do it. So I'll show you my process on how I do that. Again, I am not an expert. I am just doing what I've learned to do, and it's worked pretty well for me so far. So I'll be doing that, and what else? I think, we'll see. So right now, I still need to unload the dishwasher. There's a couple of things that I have to do that'll take time, like cooling time or whatever. So I'm gonna try to do those first and then do the dishwasher after. Like right now I'm gonna make some salsa matcha. We're having a friend over for lunch today, so the husband really wants some salsa matcha too. So I'll be making that real quick, and then I'll probably unload the dishwasher while it cools, and then try to season the cast iron skillet. I just cleaned the bathroom. It's so funny, you know how like when you have company over, you clean so fast in like the hour before they come than in like the week before? Yes, that's me, that's my life. I have no shame, I am a terrible housekeeper. I cook and bake like nobody's business, but the actual cleaning and keeping the house in order, not my forte. I know, but it is what it is. I know my strengths and I definitely know my weaknesses. A lot of banging sounds. My son's playing with his cars up on the kitchen table, so that's what that is. I'm gonna make a quick lemonade. We don't really buy sodas, we don't really buy any other drinks. Correction, we usually always have some Mexican Coke on hand as a treat because it's amazing, and once in a while, balance. So we mostly drink water, the boys drink milk. I started to drink chocolate milk because I don't really like milk, and that's kind of just a way to get me to drink milk. But most of the time we have water. And so to mix it up a bit, I make lemonade quite often. And it's always a homemade lemonade, limeade, some sort of thing like that. Today I'll usually add about 3/4 cup of sugar, and I'll either make a simple syrup or I just put the sugar in the blender and call it a day. So I'm gonna add that sugar real quick. And I usually always have a spoon. And this is some organic cane sugar that I buy in 50-pound bags from Azure Standard. I actually need to buy a new one soon here because I'm running low. I really should have gotten a measuring cup, but bear with me. Yeah.
I'm getting it.
Okay.
Okay,
Where's my, oh, there it is. Oops. Okay, and since I have, less over here. I have a little bit of syrup from a can of peaches that we opened recently, so I'm going to add that syrup into the lemonade, and it's gonna make it just that much more flavorful. And this is gonna be a peach lemon limeade type thing, so I'm gonna add some frozen peaches. And these are from June of last year that I froze from the peach truck. Which, if you haven't ordered or if you haven't used the peach truck, check to see if it goes in your area. I know it doesn't go completely national, but it goes around a few states. I think around Georgia. And their peaches are great. And some frozen apricots. There's really no rhyme or reason. It's just a simple homemade lemonade. I'm gonna pop these back into the freezer. My limes are looking a little sad, so we're just gonna do a limeade today. And this is how we do it. Yes, I am just cutting on my metal table. I do this quite often. Use a cutting board if that is your preference. This is just how I do. Oh, you can't even see. Oops. So I just cut my lemons, or excuse me, I just cut my limes. From here, I will just add water. I just added my lid to my Vitamix. Turn it on, and we'll start at about a 3 and let it go. Here, I can taste it, and this is obviously going to be super sweet and concentrated, but it'll still give you a good idea of the flavor that it is, or that it has. Oh, that's perfect. All right. Now I'll put it in my mason jar, and then top it off with water. Then I'll usually put the water in here, that way I can blitz it again one more time just to get the rest of the flavors out of here. A lot of this is foam, so as it goes down, or even when I serve it, I'll just add more water to the cups, and then it'll be much more diluted. It's still really tasty. And I like to leave it concentrated like that because sometimes the husband and I will like to have like a little cocktail. We'll add just vodka or tequila or something in ice, and very tasty. And give it a little shake, lid, and it's good. Because I'm still getting used to this trying to film things that I do as I do them. Totally forgot to show you how I scrubbed off the seasoning off my cast iron skillets. I'll show you what I used. Yes, it doesn't really help, but I mean. So I use this, it's just like a wire scrubby thing. I scrubbed with some major elbow grease. I tried to take off as much of the seasoning that was on there as possible. I didn't even do like I'm sorry, I just didn't. But I mean, my arms kind of hurt a little bit. I really scrubbed it. Then I gave them a little wash. Then I put them on the stove to dry for a little bit. And then I rubbed them very lightly, just like a thin layer with lard all over. And now they're in a 400-degree oven for 1 hour.
1 hour, Mama?
Upside down, and I'll leave them there and then let them cool naturally. And then I'll probably do one more. Yeah, at least one more pass like that. Another, like once it's nice and cool, another layer of lard. Then I'll pop it back into the oven for another hour. I'll probably do that maybe one more time, maybe a couple more times. I'll just check on the seasoning and see how it looks. But that's how I do that. Fun times. So that you know, the smell when you have it in the oven, and I guess I didn't think that through, but I really wanted to do that now. We have a couple guests coming over for lunch, and the smell is going to be interesting. Yeah, it is what it is. So, just so you know, that does happen. It's been a day. Very nice, productive day. I made the salsa matcha. I made the lemonade. I heated up the foods and stuff. We had, we actually had our deacon come over from our church and the priest as well. It was really nice. It actually reminded me a lot of my childhood. I grew up with the priests, just being friends with my parents, and they were always coming over for like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You know, for holidays like Thanksgiving or New Year's, they would be here. My parents always made friends, and it was really nice. And then my mom called in the middle, and she wanted to say hi, so I introduced them. Salud, mi amor. So I introduced them, and later we talked, and she said, oh, so you're trying to do like the same thing with you, huh? And I said, yeah, it's really nice. I want Elijah growing up with that as well. So a little bit of a full circle moment. I served them barbacoa, and I had made some rice and beans, and we had tacos, and it was delicious. And now I'm tired because I tried to do, I think, a little too much. I got it in my head that I wanted to re-season the cast iron skillets, and they're in there again. Actually, have the oven going on for another hour. Oh, there. I did another thin layer of lard, so they're doing their thing right now, and honestly I am kind of exhausted. Oh, and then after they left, Elijah wanted to play, so he was on his slide and stuff for a bit.